right, today is March 19th, Saturday morning. It's like the ass crack of dawn. Well, it's actually 7 o'clock. It's not that early, but got up a little while ago. We're actually heading to the Hippodrome today in Baltimore for the first show of the season called the Baltimore Gladiator Classic. And I think there's about 4 or 5 shows now. There's probably 7 or 8 in the whole area between Virginia and Maryland both. And what are you doing back there?
Hi.
You sneaking up on me?
Yeah, because I can sneak up on you. I'm so quiet.
Where's the dog?
Say hi, Brady. Brady.
This is his ass.
Brady.
Turn around.
Brady, look.
Look.
Look, Brady.
Look. He's like, I don't even give a fuck.
Doesn't at all. Wants to know what I had for breakfast.
He already had his breakfast. Hey, breakfast boy. Hey, weirdo. Goofball. Meatball.
It's not going to work.
Nothing's working. He don't give a shit. He's too interested in the food. What we're going to do is like a day in the life of a show day, which normally if I'm competing, there's not a whole lot of time to do some filming and shit. But for those of you that have never done a show, you're thinking about doing a show, you're going to see what it's like firsthand from a competitor's perspective. The person running the show, Rich Siegelman, is actually one of my former clients. And, you know, we got all access to the whole thing. And I'm also doing the interviews for NPC News Online with the overall winners and class winners and overall winners after the show tonight, which is pretty cool. So we're going to head up to Baltimore. It's about maybe an hour drive from Virginia where we're at here. And when we get up there, we'll just start going through all the different stuff and showing you guys what it's like to actually be a competitor at an NPC event, which, you know, Rich's staff is one of the most efficient. There's some of the guys and girls are national level expediters, etc. So they do the national shows. Some of them are even the pro shows. So they run through shit really quick, really efficiently. So you'll see how it's running. I think it should be interesting for people that have never seen it before. Good morning, Erin.
Hi.
So we just arrived in Baltimore at the Gladiator. You know what today is, right? We talked about this in the car. 1 year ago today is when I started men's physique. I remember getting up. It was cold then too. It was cold as fuck. I remember getting up thinking I was going to do really well. And like I tried to model my physique after the pros. And it got last fucking place, like 36th place that day. I remember going, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know. And then I had to talk with Gary Udit about how the pros are not the amateurs and you're not supposed to look like the pro. You need to be more shredded. You need to lose muscle and all that stuff. So now it's kind of cool because here we are like a year later. I'm going to national level and, you know, I finally won the show and did well the rest of the year. So we'll see who the next, you know, person is this year that's going to start off and doing well. So let's get in there and check it out. So basically this is the actual backstage area where they line up and you can see these like stripes on the floor. They actually line you up in order on these, in between the stripes and the lanes. And you see them down there, they're going to go to the left and go onto the stage and file on that way. So basically they're going to get on stage for their class, come off stage, and then if you're crossing over to another class, you're coming back on for the other class. So depending on how many classes you sign up for, you could be on stage 2, 3, or I think now they have like novice, true novice, masters, and open. So technically if it was your first show, you could do novice and true novice. And you could also do masters and then open. So you basically 4 classes you could do and be on stage 4 times. The pump-up room is back behind us, around here and then down the stairs. And basically it's kind of like a holding pen. You have so many competitors, they're not going to all fit backstage. So you're only going to come backstage about like 15, they're going to call you about 15 minutes before you actually go on stage. You can see these guys starting to pump up now in the backstage area because they're going to be going on first, which I assume it's just regular bodybuilding because they don't have the classic trunks. So I guess it's all just bodybuilding at this point. And then they'll run the classes one after another. So grab Siegelman. Rich. This is Rich Siegelman. This is his show. Rich and I go way, way back now. The way I met Rich, he actually yelled at me at the Body Rock because I didn't have my trunks on. He was weighing us in. And he goes, "Go put your damn trunks on." I was like, oh shit, so I gotta go. And then later on, we wound up being really good friends. So
Yeah, we went to Pittsburgh together.
Yeah, we went to Pittsburgh. I was just telling the story about me and Jacob went out for pizza at the
that's right.
Nationals.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget, after I turned pro, where did we go after that?
Okay, so no, I actually trained Rich when he won his pro card, and then we were both watching this thing called The Cake Boss, which I think it's still on TV.
Yes.
And he said, if I win, we're going to The Cake Boss. So we drove up to Jersey for a trip and went to The Cake Boss
Spent the
restaurant.
weekend and did nothing but ate. Yes, all weekend.
What was the guy's name that we saw from the show? Morrow? No.
Yeah, Moreau.
Morosio or
Big
something
bald,
like that.
big bald guy. Moreau, yeah.
We had red velvet
yes.
cake.
Oh yeah, had a great time. Had a blast. Too much. Too much.
So you guys got about 250 competitors?
About 250 without crossovers. So with crossovers, we're around like about 450, 500, so, something like that. Again, it's the first big show of the year. We're here at the Hippodrome, downtown Baltimore, and it's the 2016, the fourth. This is the fourth time for the NPC Baltimore Gladiator Championships.
Now, Classic Physique starts today, but you also have the first responders classes there?
Yes, we have first responder, and we also have a law enforcement division.
Oh, interesting.
Yes,
Cool.
so the first responders with the law enforcement. We have a collegiate division.
Is it True Novice? Is that happening here?
True Novice, yes.
There's
This is
another
your first time competitors. So we got a lot of different classes here. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of competitors. Just can't wait to get this started.
So we have the Baltimore, then we have the Maryland.
Yes.
Then
Maryland State, June 25th. Then we have a brand new show that myself and Gary Uter are doing. That's down at Virginia Beach. It's the NPC Battle Royal, August 20th. And then don't miss at the end of the year, the first ever pro show here in Baltimore, Maryland, October 22nd. It's the IFBB Baltimore Pro, NPC Baltimore Classic Championships.
Nice.
We're going to have pro divisions be bikini, men's physique, and classic physique, and of course amateurs, all divisions, just like the rest of the shows.
Very cool.
It's going to be a great year.
Packed year.
Great year. Great year.
Awesome.
Looking forward to seeing everybody. Thanks.
Good to see you.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, thanks. Cool. All right, let's go check out the trophies. I want to show you the trophies. These are pretty cool. All right, these are the trophies. And you guys, come here, Laura. Jump in here. You guys remember Laura from last year? We did the what show was the Max Muscle together.
One of your 17 shows from last year.
Yeah, what are you doing this year?
This year, I am hoping for Maryland State. We'll see how my joints hold together.
Are you going to do a national show, or are you going to stay around the...
I think I'm too small for nationals still, so I'm going to stay at the regional level.
Cool.
Maybe next year.
I definitely see a pro cutter in the future, no doubt. So these are the trophies. I think the top four, I believe, get swords, which are pretty cool. I think second place, or maybe it's first place, because I don't know, whatever they are. So you get swords, battle axes. Yeah, right? Like this is shaping up to be like a very violent weekend.
Battle.
And the overalls get the Gladiator helmets. They're actual Spartan Gladiator helmets, which they're putting together. It has like the whole like headpieces and stuff that go on them. And it looks like there's actually like a samurai. That must be like the overall winner of the show or something. It's like a samurai helmet, which that's totally new this year. They've had the Gladiator helmets, and like they actually take like when you win, I guess it's the overall or the class, you actually put the helmet on stage, and they take the final picture of you posing with the helmet on, which is a little weird at first, but over the years it's become kind of tradition. So now it's cool to wear the helmet. But I mean, let's face facts. If we had a Gladiator helmet at home and a battle axe.
What the hell? That's a weird mantelpiece.
I know, right? I remember somebody last year, she won 4 axes, and I was like, what are you gonna do? She's like, well, I have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. She goes, so these are gonna go home, these things are gonna go over great when I get home, but they're real battle axes and shit, so you can't give them to an 8-year-old. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, when I was 8, I had stuff that was...
You would know. You should never give you.
I mean, we had...
Even now, I wouldn't give you.
I had like Chinese stars and knives and stuff like that. No battle axes, because, I mean... Yeah, real battle axes. Cool. All right, let's go check out the front.
All right, a little posing backstage.
Okay, again, so you're doing the bodyboard pose. Come on here. There's the judges, right? You walk up, thing. All right, so. See what I'm saying? So it's not like this, you know what I mean? Because you can have these guys, they do this stuff with their hands like this. Right. Yeah,
We're trying to work.
there it goes. And then once you walk out, put your cross. Oh, okay. Now look bent. Then you cross. Spin. Spin. And then weave like that.
Look on his face.
Just trying to make it very
You're not amused.
flowing, you know? Hand on hip. Yeah. Let's see that one.
Yeah, this is a fine piece we can get to.
See your feet?
Front foot stagger out, back foot.
Right, and then keep his face forward.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, I told him to ask Jerry for the numbers, and I just think it's all
When I'm on this rotation, what leg am I pivoting on? Back leg?
As you hit this, right, your right one, that's your right one, right?
Right.
That one stays, this one turns.
Right foot stays, front foot stays,
Right foot stays.
front foot stays.
Front foot stays. This one
Back
goes
foot
over
come in.
toward this one. This one comes back and spins this way. Think Michael Jackson. Like the Portuguese Michael Jackson.
What's his foot doing on the bottom?
Now, you can spike a calf, like someone like him who's based on symmetry.
I wouldn't.
He's so
Yeah.
symmetrical that
Yeah.
like that's gonna throw you symmetry off if you
Yeah,
spike the
don't
calf.
spike your calf in
Just
the
kind of
back.
leave your feet
Yeah.
flat.
On the back foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's a little. Nobody else knows this. You can see yourself on the screen up there. So when you turn around for your back hold, look at the screen. You can see your back. Check this out. You know what I mean? Last year I turned around and I looked like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it afterwards. Later on, Gary said, "You see yourself on the screen?" I guess you saw me do it. They're not doing it. Nobody's noticing. You can see yourself.
Okay, so let's go through the transition one more time from the front to the back. Smile, smile, holy petite.
Flex both legs.
Good.
Lean back. Open that up. Open it up.
Good.
Yeah.
And spin.
But
That'll work.
okay.
That'll work.
The foot here or here.
You want to have it like up front. Like a lot of the guys, they do this. And they turn to the side. But they said it looks too robotic.
Right.
So we want to have
A
it
soft
bent.
knee.
It's like, you know, like everything
Yeah.
kind of shifts this way, but you can stay forward. If you wind up doing something like this, which a lot of the guys do, they're going to tell you to shift your hips forward. If they have to tell you to do that, they're probably going to want to.
So front on the hips. Square your hips off.
Front,
Yeah.
back, front, back. Oh, look, bent.
Smile.
Good.
And lean back, lean back.
There you go. Good.
Exhale, blow out. Yep. And get ready to big smile. Nice. Good. Money. All right.
So, the only question I have is, why are you so small?
Wait,
What the
wait.
fuck is the problem?
What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
They call him Big Eric. That's what he got.
Biggie.
All right, now we're back at the night show for the finals, which what I'm going to be doing now is for NPC News Online. I'm going to be doing the interviews like I did at the Jay Cutler. So backstage we have the thing set up. It has the some of the sponsors and stuff in the backdrop. And actually, when they come off the stage, Aaron, who's filming, will escort them off the stage, back around, around here, back to us. Me and Patrick back here. We'll do the interviews with each one of the first place winners. They'll go back on stage. They'll get the overall, and then we'll do an interview with the overall. Sometimes you have a interview with two interviews with the same person, obviously because the first place that they get, and then the overall after that. So I think we'll have. Let's see, we got bikini. I mean, there's a shitload of classes. I don't even know.
Shit ton. I've got a thing for you.
You got a,
Yep, I've got a
itinerary
program.
thing?
Yeah.
Because there's like now they have like the first responders. I don't think we actually do novice, true novice stuff like that. So I think it's just open classes, the armed forces classes, and I don't even think the master's class. I think it's just the open the armed forces. So you get all the bikini, all the physique. I'm going to assume the men's classic physique too, because that was like a big thing today.
It was really cool.
When they came out on stage, and there was several classes that were just big classes, and I don't know. I think it was the taller class. Remember, Gary said that is what classic physique is supposed to be.
Yeah, they looked amazing.
I mean, it was exactly like.
I would say every single guy who got up there today for classic physique looked
Yeah,
incredible.
I mean,
like no joke.
But there
They
were
looked
guys that
amazing.
literally looked like this is probably going to be what the pros are set like.
Yeah.
You know, like you could see a few of them. They're going to be on their way to the pros very soon, and it's. I mean, somebody was saying it's a throwback. It's like turning the clock back. I think it's a step in the right direction. The only thing I think the shorts are a little too long. They look like underwear. They look like
me
nobody
too.
gets
They
between
are,
me and my Calvins. That's what they look like, right?
Yeah, I agree. They're way
So,
too long.
I think that I think those bikinis that those girls are wearing way too big, right? I mean, it's like the size of my pinky.
I mean, they should just take them off.
It's like a piece of dental floss. So like the trunks that Arnold used to wear, they're like this thick on the sides. I think those would actually be better because it would actually show more of the physique and less like underwear. But I think they're trying to hide the glutes. To be honest with you, they don't want to have the whole glute thing going on about having shredded glutes. So I think they're literally trying to hide those. That's why they're having the longer shorts. So we'll see what happens tonight. It's gonna be really cool. So this is what happens at the show backstage. You can see right over here if you turn around. Everybody's getting oiled up. So they're getting ready to go out for the.
You can kind of see, let me see if I can zoom in, you can see that there's a line of people waiting to get sort of a last minute touch up and a glaze.
And this is pretty much what it's like backstage. Backstage, it's dark. It's kind of cold. You're usually shivering your ass off backstage. When they put that spray on, the spray tan on you, it's cold as fuck. They put the oil on you, it's cold as fuck. And you're sitting back here shivering, you're trying to get a pump, and you're freezing your ass off, and you're nervous, and like you're shaking because you're cold and you're nervous at the same time. It's dark, and in the dark, everybody looks good. You know what I mean? So you're
that
like,
half
fuck.
natty light with that like
Yeah.
one spotlight down.
It's like no
You look
natty lighting.
amazing.
Fucking everybody looks like they're jacked on juice back here. I mean, even if you're fucking 5 years old, you look like you're taking gear. But like, you know, and you're standing next to people and you're like, fuck, this guy looks better than me, that guy looks better than me. So it's like a total mind fuck before you even get to the stage. It's to, you know, you don't even know how you look. You look down and you look like shit. Like you just can't see anything, but everybody else looks better than you. So like, you know, you're lined up and you don't even know what the fuck is going on. It's just, you're driving me fucking nuts. So they're starting to line up. Okay, so now what happens is like something that they do here in Maryland for Rich's shows is they line everybody up on stage together the whole show, and they have like this they have a song play after the Star Spangled Banner. And they have like this celebration, and like one by one they come up, they'll hit a pose, they go off. Then the next line comes up, they hit a pose, they'll go off. It's like a thing that they do for the crowd, for the people that. I mean, it's just literally just to have them kind of enjoy themselves
really
a little more.
fun.
It's like to break the ice a little bit, coming back to the night show. Judging is done, just kind of get you in the groove a little bit and just to have some little bit of fun. And they started doing it a few years ago, and at first everybody was like, that's fucking stupid. Like, everybody was like that. But now it's got to the point where, like, last year when I did this show, I was next to this bodybuilder, and he was probably a light heavyweight, and he was fucking shredded. And I was like, hey man, I said, when we get up there, you know, you do a fucking physique pose, and I'll do a crab shot, and then we'll switch, and we went back and forth like that. So it was cool, like, just having a little bit of fun, and, you know, it's like you're not going against the guys in your class, like you're standing next to a bikini girl and a bodybuilder with your physique, like it mixes it up, and it's just a little bit of fun. So maybe we'll film some of that from the side so you guys can see what it's like and get a feel for that. So, all right, this is that teenager right here. He's eating his rice cakes and shit.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, one teenager here today. The fucking kid looked good, dude. He was fucking shredded. All right. I actually competed against Joe. It was the light heavyweight division.
I was heavy. Yeah, it was me and Tristan.
Tristan, yeah, that's the one before that, I think. You, Rob Kleiner, were all the same top. So now from here, where do you go?
Debating on taking a solid year off again and possibly come back for national level after some size and some, I guess, hopefully time off.
So pro card, that's what you go.
See where I rank in national rankings. I don't know if pro cards in the right, I'll take it, but more likely I'll shoot for national level, see where I stack up.
Cool, now, it might be too early, but maybe you've been thinking about this for a while already. What are you going to eat this weekend?
Going to a diner, gonna have a Belgian waffle, some pancakes, and then a burger.
Belgium, I never hear Belgian waffle.